Hey, that's our theme song. Hi, everybody. It's Mindy, Ed, and Don Rickles. I'm Ed Man.
And I'm Mindy Rickles.
I know, forever. You
That's
started
right.
out as Mindy Rickles. You kind of became Mindy Man there for a minute.
Right.
You know?
And then I became Mindy Rickles again.
I know.
When my career started skyrocketing.
It was skyrocketing.
Yes.
You dropped your pants and fired a rocket.
That's right. That's what my dad would always say.
That's right.
And I wanted to marry someone just like him. So I married you, Ed. No, actually, you're the opposite of my dad. I could never have married someone like my dad. It was just...
Now, what would have happened? I mean, if you married somebody who was like your dad, well, first of all, there's some similarities. We both like athletics and exercise. We both obviously have...
Oh, you're talking about you and I thought, okay.
You didn't marry somebody like your dad. So
right.
I'm not like him in a lot of ways, but I'm like him in a couple of ways. But
but
not
you're
like...
not.
No, you're not like the typical, like, oh, I want to marry somebody who looks like my dear old man.
No. You're the opposite because he was like, like I said, I'd go to therapy and I'd come home, when I was growing up or something, and my dad would be like, what did your therapist say about me? Did he mention my name at all? And I was like,
can you imagine me doing that?
Yeah. It was all about him. There was even a pillow at the house that said, it's all about me.
Oh, I remember that on his desk, I think.
It was all about him. My mom always wanted to do for him like she did for us, but it was my dad's world and we all lived in it.
Well, in fact, we're gonna play the Jimmy Kimmel clip that we had this week. I think it was his 4th appearance on the show where he talked about the Mr. Warmth, all about him.
That's right.
Exactly. And Larry.
Yeah.
It was also about Larry because Larry helped produce it and came up with the original idea.
That's right. He did. So
all credit goes to our dear late brother Larry.
Yep.
But the differences are many. And, physically, I mean, I'm way taller than your dad was.
Oh, yeah. You're totally different than my dad.
I'm not a bald guy, sort of, but
and
not
he
really,
was more stocky and you're more, like
isn't it
long
interesting,
and
honey?
Skinny.
Isn't it interesting that those first boyfriends of yours were kind of stocky?
They were all stocky
guys.
Yeah, and shorter than you. You were like, to me, you were like abnormally tall because you were like 6'2". There was no one in my family tall like that. So I was like, it was very odd to me. I felt like I was dating a basketball player.
Oh, please.
Yeah, to me, that was very strange because I did like a stocky man. I did like a man that, was a little bit taller than me, but someone that I could really kind of...
See eye to eye with,
exactly. Wrap my arms around, yes. Whereas with you, it was like climbing, a tree.
Right.
It was a little bit different. So I agree that you had some similarities, but not tons of similarities.
Well, isn't it funny, though, that your dad had kind of a type, right? I mean, back in the day.
A dark-haired woman. And it's, because he would date women. They all were like dark-haired.
Right.
They all had sort of an Annette Funicello kind of a look.
Right.
Which,
I mean, we see these pictures, right? It's like...
Yes. Which my mother did not look like Annette Funicello, but she had very black hair, and he liked a woman with very dark hair.
Dark features, dark eyes.
Yes. That was definitely his type. No, he wasn't with the blondes, like the blonde bombshells. No, and he had a lot of women, and I'm sure he'd like to have said that. Yes.
Well, you're single till you're like almost 40. You got around. So there was, but he liked the girl singers.
That's right, girl singers, right.
Girl
That's
singers,
what they were called.
I like girl singers.
Like Ariana Grande's a girl singer, yeah. In those days, like in the 50s and stuff.
Imagine your dad with Ariana Grande.
Oh, look at that girl singer. It's like, these expressions from like the 50s. That's what you called them, a girl singer.
Right.
Adele is a girl singer. Right.
Right. Yeah.
So, that's the kind of woman he liked. Exactly.
Right, he liked that. And then your mom could not have been further from a girl singer. I mean, she was, sorry, Mom.
My mother, I take after, unfortunately, couldn't sing and couldn't dance, unfortunately. My dad was a good little dancer. Now, I can clap. If I look around, like if I was, when I was at a concert, if everyone was clapping, and I looked around and watched the others, and then I would be able to clap with the rhythm, because otherwise I didn't.
I remember
like my dad
one story
said, my
with
mother
you.
had no rhythm.
Right, no rhythm. I remember one story with you. We went to Nashville, remember, a couple of years ago.
Right.
And we went to the Grand Ole Opry.
Mm-hmm.
And very famously, this is old style country music they play. And it's literally they clap on 1 and 3. And they're all, like...
I don't even know what that means.
You know what that is, but it's like, if I can demonstrate, it's like, well, we're here at the house and we like this place and we go to the town and we eat their maize. And it was like, that's how they clap. But if it's like other kind of music, like popular music or jazz, whatever, it's like, we go to the house and we ding, 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 ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, bum. Now, you can't even tell the difference between what I just did.
No.
But that's 1 and 3. So we go to the Grand Ole Opry and everyone's clapping on 1 and 3. And I point this out to you and you're like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, no one's clapping. It's like clapping like it's 1952.
Right. Well, did I clap correctly?
You clap correctly. I think you kind of wanted to kind of go against the grain, but you just couldn't help it because the entire wave of, this rural audience was taking you on 1 and 3 trip.
Right,
but this is turning into a music class. But
I know, I was just going to say. No, but I mean, my dad was a good dancer, and it was funny because whenever we would go to like a big party or like bar mitzvahs or whatever, my dad would always say, come dance with me. And he would dance, and I really didn't know. I'm talking about close dancing. What would you call that?
Yeah, this is close.
Yeah, and I
dancing,
didn't know the step. And I never really learned that. I just kind of, my feet kind of just sort of dragged across the floor as he was like my puppeteer. And it's a shame I never really learned how to do that. I was like, I don't really know what's happening. You
got that draggy left foot. That's always been a problem.
The foot that drags, like when I climbed the clock tower. Exactly. So, that's always been a problem, but we weren't going to talk about it with the leg that drags, and then we could go into the hump and a million things. But let's not today. That'll be another thing.
No. That 30 seconds we just did doesn't exist, so forget about that.
No, exactly. Right. But we were going to talk about that we went to.
Yes.
Normally, we don't do anything for New Year's.
No.
And this time we went to Palm Springs because we had friends there. So,
great fun.
Last minute we went to Palm Springs.
Yes.
Which I really like it there. And, we drove there and... Well, I mean, the thing about Palm Springs I don't like is the sun, even in the winter, just beats down on my face. Like I had to wear a headdress. I don't like the sun on my face. No. So I wore a headdress and some kind of what is that called?
Umbrella?
I want to call it a baklava. Balaclava. A balaclava. Do you know what that is?
I wore a falafel in my head.
No, a balaclava is like a thing, like somebody, a robber would have on, covering everything except the eyes.
Yes.
No, but I had my hat and I had my sunglasses, and even that wasn't enough for me because the sun just beats down and that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
And then we went, when we were coming back from Palm Springs, we went to the outlets, which that was a dream and a half for me. At first you were like, no, we're not going to go. We don't have enough time. And then while we were there, you're like, we can go to the outlets on the way back. And I was like, what? I got so excited. Because,
and you told your friend Jill, it's like, hey, I'm going to go to the outlets. And she's like, did you promise him sex?
Yeah, I know, right. Because
I said, yeah, with someone else.
Yeah.
But
no,
so we got to the outlets.
You know how much I love the outlets. I mean, that's like saying, someone for a gambler, we're going to Vegas and we're going to spend, all night in the casino, like defending your life. Or is that the movie? No. Lost in America.
Lost in America.
The Albert Brooks movie.
Yeah, it was one Albert Brooks movie over the other.
But we go to the outlets and it's like 30 below.
Oh my God, it was so cold.
And a wind chill. It was like Wizard of Oz. Like the wind was blowing like crazy and the sun was beating down. So I had 3 things I hate. The cold, the sun beating down. Mm-hmm. What was the third thing?
May.
And the wind.
No, there was the wind, right.
Oh, which was just, I mean, me trying to get to the Prada store, I was fighting through the wind. It was like, Civil War. Like I was fighting to get across a prairie to get to the Prada store.
It's like it says 50% off, and we're like, we've got to get there.
We got to get there.
Just over the ridge.
And I was, I was just fighting my way. I was like, God damn it, I'm getting to that Prada store. I don't care what I have to go through. And I was like fighting through the wind, trying to finally get there. And I got there.
Right.
And then I couldn't find anything.
Not a thing.
Right. And then they made us wait outside for a few minutes. I hate when they do that.
It felt like an hour.
Yeah.
And then I went to that Hugo Boss store because they always have these big sales. So I go in and really nothing that even fit me. I don't know. Usually that's a store that I can kind of work with. It's sort of German-based and I've got this funny, body. This Germanic.
I didn't know it was German-based.
Teutonic. I don't know. Well, I think Hugo Boss is a German brand. Somebody will have to look that up and correct
but you're
this.
not a big shopper by any means.
No, I like to get it done.
You're if we walk by and there's some kind of a big, very large waste container that might have some old shirts in it,
please
jump in there and grab one. No, you're not into shopping.
No, I'll go to Goodwill as fast as I'll go to Hugo Boss.
I don't like a man that's really into like his clothes, and first of all, I don't like a man that's like very into designers and wanting to have,
But you like when they dress
like
nice.
Yes, of course. But I don't like, you're the opposite of like the man that has to have like a Gucci belt or things like that. No, I hate that. Right. But no, you dress nicely, but you definitely hate to shop, and
I don't
like it. So, right.
But I like a sale. So I go in and again, nothing I like, but they found, I love my nighttime t-shirts. Love them.
Right.
And they got to be, thickness in the winter or whatever. And I go in and I kind of felt it and I thought, okay, that's fine. It was half off. I go in, bring them home. I put it on the other night for you. And you're like, I can see your nips.
You look like a stripper. Yeah.
Right.
It was just like.
It was a Chippendales
very
t-shirt.
Weird. It was very, very thin, the shirt.
It was a huge mistake. And, it's final sale. And what am I going to do? Drive another 2 hours to return it?
Oh, yeah. You love to return. Especially my things.
No,
you don't love to return.
No,
I should not
I don't.
No, that's true, because I get boxes and boxes from Amazon or whatever, and I'm always like having you return.
Amazon's easy. I just drive down to that
I
store.
guess, okay, so when I buy things, I like to buy things from foreign countries, which you absolutely hate, like from Italy.
Who wants to return something to like Mongolia?
I know, because everything I buy comes from like, a blouse that came from, a little town in Sardinia or whatever, and then you got to send that back, and it's like a whole process. I know.
It's just the bane of my existence, everybody.
But
you're hearing it all.
No, but I still think I did pretty well there, and I was very, very excited. I got like one thing, but I like to go. I get one thing that I absolutely love that I wouldn't be able, to normally get. But like with you, with the shopping, it's hard because you got those long arms, and it's like when I first met you, and the sleeves, I don't know if we talked about that, but the sleeves, on your blazers were like 5 inches above your hand.
Wow.
And I was like horrified by that. And
I would see something I like.
That I was horrified by, because there were many, but we don't have to get into that. Right.
Anyway, I see something I like.
But I still love you,
like,
honey. I love you.
Oh, thank you, honey. You know what? Likewise. How about that?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
But you now you can find stuff for yourself. Like you don't have to go to a big and tall shop. You can find.
No, I'm just short of that.
You can find things for yourself.
Exactly.
But overall, we had a very good time.
We had a good time. There's some really good friends. And
and I found these are the things that excite me. Like I went to this hairdresser, and he told me, I can get this halo for my head, which I didn't know what that was. And it's a thing, I can have long curls of like a cheerleader's hair from, if I were 16. So I'm very excited to go out and get one of those, because my hair, on its own is thin, and it's very frizzy, and it's, it's ethnic. It's very ethnic hair. So that's something that, I have a problem with. But that's just, let's not get into that. That's one of my many issues.
You brought it up.
I know.
So like I said something.
No, I know.
You got ethnic hair.
There was
I
something.
never said that.
No, if you said that, I would be very upset about it. I would say to you, is my hair very frizzy and ethnic? And you would have to say, no, absolutely not. It's like very, thick and straight, like a girl from, one of the middle states. Exactly. So,
one of the middle states.
I just mean, like not a Jewish girl is what I was trying to say.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
Just because
words, the flyover states have different hair.
Yeah, we tend to have
New York, LA,
thicker. Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's what
I was trying to say. Remember, Ethan and I went to Cleveland once. Our son Ethan, when he went to go see. We literally flew to Cleveland to see a football game,
I know,
which I couldn't believe.
Ethan, he loves.
Ethan's in love. Our eldest is in love with the Browns. We have no idea why.
No, he just chose them.
A couple years ago,
at the time they were a poor team, and he thought, "Let me root for the loser."
Let me root for them, and lo and behold, 2 years later, they get in the playoffs. But so we go to the stadium, and I've just never seen so much sameness in my life. I mean, great blonde hair everywhere. It was unbelievable.
But I don't want to live in Cleveland, so.
But you don't want. Well, see, you wouldn't fit in.
Right? No, that would be a nightmare. If you moved me to Cleveland, I would be hanging from a hook in the hall. I mean, no offense to Cleveland.
We love
I'm sure
Cleveland.
It's lovely,
Come
but
on.
I can't
have friends in Cleveland.
comprehend living in Cleveland. Those are one of the places that when we would travel with my dad, it would be like, we're spending, 2 nights in Cleveland. And I would be like, that's why I can say I've been to all these places, these oddball places. Cleveland, like Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He worked in all these very odd places that I would normally never have gone to.
Like where you worked. You worked in Rochester. Once we went there.
Rochester, yes. Which you know what? I never need to go there again. I got to be honest with you.
Then maybe
the food was delicious, but you know what? I could live the rest of my life with never going back to Rochester. I know that's a shock to you, but that's a reality for me. Yeah.
We're a couple of foodies. I mean, that's like you walk into the crappy hotel.
Yeah.
With the best salmon
really
we
crappy.
ever had.
Yeah, we could not find a good hotel. The cottage cheese, like on the ceiling, was practically running through my bloodstream by the time we left because it was just, when I see cottage cheese, and no offense.
Now we're not talking about the food.
No,
right?
we're talking about the ceilings. We're talking about the ceilings.
Right. Okay. Good.
I was unclear with that.
They put up
very,
the gun and...
very thick cottage cheese ceilings.
Yes.
They just depressed me.
Yeah.
Because I always had an image of myself, one day being like in an old motel on Sunset, like in my mid-50s.
Where'd you get that image?
Well, with cottage cheese ceilings and wearing a dirty slip. I don't know. These are just things that I just imagine. Fear? Yeah. Just like becoming something that I just dread. Being in a dirty slip.
You grew up in such this lovely environment. I mean, where did you get this?
I know, but that's the image that I would end up with.
It was my image. I mean, that's where I grew up. It's like...
I know.
Thought I'd never get out of that, but there you are. So yes, cottage cheese ceilings. I think we've covered that plenty.
Okay,
we're done with
and
cottage
the dirty
cheese, right?
slip, like an old prostitute who's, gone beyond her expiration date.
You know what?
I don't know. These are the thoughts I have of how I would end up. Yes.
Wow.
I know.
All right.
Into my very dark. That's what I love about you. You're very positive. You're very optimistic, and I go into that dark, deep hole of darkness, and you pull me out, which is so great. And that's why I'm with you, because you're like howdy doody. You're like, a little bird on my shoulder, like a cartoon bird on my shoulder that's always lifting me up, honey.
Well,
that's what I love about you.
It's a burden and it's a blessing and a curse.
Right, exactly. But that's who you are. You're that little cartoon bird on my shoulder named Dad.
That's me. That's right. Well, we can segue into something a little more fun.
Okay.
Let's try that. We've got a clip. This is your dad on Jimmy Kimmel, and I've got to thank ABC and the Jimmy Kimmel Group, the 1205, for helping us with all this. Shout out to Michelle and everyone there. But this is the 4th appearance, if I'm counting correctly, and he starts talking about the Mr. Warmth Project, which we alluded to earlier. And this is, again, your brother Larry came up with an idea years before this even happened called The Fog of Comedy, and gave it to your dad. Your dad kind of liked it and said, wow, this could be something. They showed it to John Landis. He adapted it. Of course, everyone changes and adapts things. And they showed it to HBO. They loved it. Lo and behold, here it is. I mean, it comes out.
Amazing. It was
wins
so
Emmys. I mean, it was
unbelievable.
Really something.
Anyone that hasn't seen it, that's a fan, which I'm assuming you're a fan. If you're listening to this, the Don Rickles Project. I mean, it was just, it's really fascinating documentary about, and the people around my dad. And it's just really, really a great, great show. Yeah.
So let's hope I got the right clip. If not, we'll backtrack. But here we go.
Last year, our first guest tonight made the memories of his amazing life into New York Times bestseller called Rickles' Book. Now, for those of us who can't read, he brings a very funny documentary called Mr. Warmth, the Don Rickles Project, now available on DVD. Please welcome one of the funniest people ever to grace the planet Earth, the great Don Rickles. I'm dumb. I went for it 2 different times.
Oh, my God. I can't handle it. People, God bless you for that wonderful overture. Wonderful.
You see that?
Don't make it a rally. I'm just talking. And Cleto, God bless you and your son that you keep up the job. And I spoke to immigration, you're going back.
We miss Cleto Jr.
No, he's a great guy. Good luck to you, son.
Thank you.
The old man still giving you a couple of bucks?
Yeah, a little bit.
As he gets older, you do the trick what I do. I used to do with my father. Try to reach the medicine. Anyway,
thank you for coming. And last time
why are
you
you
were
butting in? I'm talking to
I'm
the band.
sorry, I didn't mean to
Jump
ruin
in with
moment.
that personality of yours. I can't believe 1,000 shows you have. Huh?
I almost, yeah.
How?
Almost
ABC?
1,000. Yeah.
They applaud for anything. Your brother is going to die Thursday. Yay! No, I wish you a lot of luck. 1,000 shows, and I swear to God, I don't watch one of them. Once in a while, when I take a shot at the wife, I use it as a nightlight. Anyway,
That's enough. I'll take that. How is your lovely wife, Barbara?
She's great. She's not here tonight. She's out at the beach with her jewelry signaling ships.
Is that right?
You get a Jewish wife, that's all they do. Just lay in bed at night, go.
Well, you
Jump in.
How
Say
long
something.
have you been married to Barbara?
What are you, from the State Department? I'm married 43 years. 43.
That's a very long time. Some would say too long.
Charlie the Clapper. No, 43 years. You're not married. You and Sarah Silverman are a darling girl, but you're not married.
No, we are not married.
You don't
no.
believe in it?
Well, no, I mean, it's not
Why don't you go out to Utah and hang around with all those people with the 38 wives and 4 dogs and 17 horses? You'll enjoy yourself.
You think that will make me more inclined to want to
No,
get
with
married?
your personality, don't get married. Live alone. Stay in your room with the radio on loud and the covers over your head.
That is my plan,
You know,
actually.
and you say, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, my homework. Anyway, by the way.
Yes.
Not by the way. I met you. Why am I pointing at you like you're on trial? By the way, I met your wonderful mother and father.
Thank you for,
In Arizona, they came for the show. I comped them.
Yes,
And,
thank you for doing that.
And Jimmy, I swear to God, you're so blessed to have these 2 wonderful parents. I swear to God.
Thank you very much.
And Dad told me you're not getting a dime.
Funny, I told him the same thing.
Yeah. that was Jimmy Kimmel, folks. Jimmy Kimmel doing a little humor.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The other guy in the band, the blonde kid, there's a new thing out called a barber. The hell is that kid?
It's his style, I guess. He's got
Looks like it was in a bad storm or something.
He's got different
And
colored
I'm not
hair.
picking on the Japanese, my buddy. God bless you.
Your dad could do accents so well.
I know, he really could.
He really
could do
could.
any accent, like
Just about.
Spanish, German,
Yeah, Russian. All of them. I mean, any of them. I mean, he was amazing with that
French, when he
stuff.
would pretend, to speak French. Le peu, c'est le pompon, le pompon. Oh, ça
look
fait
at
le
you.
fiche bon. Yeah.
Hey,
I
folks,
do
the
that
apple doesn't
same-
fall far from the tree.
I know, I do that same shtick, but yeah. he always did the French, and it was very funny. Italian.
They like in his pacing. I always say this, but it's amazing. He's like in his 80s here. My
right.
God.
Oh, yeah, he's very quick.
Crazy.
Exactly.
World War II, they always hung around me going, God bless you. We need the Japanese people. Otherwise, the Jews don't get sushi.
How did ribbing become such a part of your act? Because you are in real life.
Because I did shows like this.
The nicest, but you are very, very nice. One of the nicest people I've met. No, honestly. But how did it become that you became this guy?
My personality is, my dad, rest his soul, was always a guy that kidded around, and my mother never got it, but she was wonderful. She wanted to be me, but she couldn't handle it. But she was sort of a Jew Patton. Anyway, these kids don't know Patton. He was a great general in World War II. Do you kids stay up at all? Do you do anything? I'm working like a kindergarten class.
I know. Well,
when you hear the bell, go to history. Anyway.
When you're in the Navy, Don, do you insult your superior officers?
No, you know what? It was amazing. When I was the only guy, our captain on the ship, he always had the cap a little crooked to the side. And all the guys said, Rickles, the captain has his hat crooked to the side. Say something. I said, are you nuts or get in trouble? I was 18. What did I care?
Yeah.
And I walked up to him one day and said, Captain, fix that. You're making yourself ridiculous. You did what you did. And then I was on mess cooking for about 3 years. No, I was on the ship, and I was the class clown, even in the Navy. But I said I wanted to be in special service. You know, in those days, it was like to be an entertainer. And I used to do impressions. Want to hear one of my impressions?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Do you guys know Clark Gable? You know Clark Gable? Yeah. Don't show the slides. Show the slides, for crying out loud. Clark Gable. All right, ready? See, this is where all the impressionists used to do that in Broadway and nightclubs. They turn their back like that.
Oh, yeah,
They're
right.
Up Jeez, you ought to get a facelift. Look at you.
I've been thinking about it.
I just took a look at him. When you were born, you must have hit the wall.
He's really on a roll here.
Oh, my God, yeah, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, just going to go into an impression. I look at you. Look at your nose. As you're breathing, you're sucking up my socks. Jeez. Fuck it. I'm telling you. Dive. Take the ship down. I'm telling you, the bed don't feel good. I feel great. How are you? Down.
That was Clark Gable.
And doing that kind of stuff, I couldn't make a dime, Cleto. Not a dime. That's what I used to do. Impressions and bad jokes. Boom. And today I skyrocketed because I'm on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
I have been thinking about this.
Does Sarah look at you up close? I can't picture you making love. You got to be like the Jews. Circle a bed and get an estimate.
Really? You can't picture me making love?
No. I picture
Really
that nose alone. You come in nude with the nose and go, ooh. And she lays there going, yeah. No, I make love with great. I dress up. I'm Geronimo. I tie her to the bed, and I tell her she's a wagon train going west. And I circle the bed. Hey. I do that for about a half hour to get her horny. And then at the end, I put an arrow in it.
She's a lucky lady. Well, this might not be a great transition, but you do a lot of Indian casinos. You work at these because they're all over the place now.
Yeah.
And you're still working. You're still out there. Do you like doing those?
Well, sure. It gets me a chance to get some blankets. We got a whole house full of blankets. You know what bothers me, though? I go to bed late at night, and they keep circling the hotel all the time.
They're trying to get you horny, probably, yeah.
Good line, Jimmy.
Finally came up with a winner. Try to get me horny, coming from little Jimmy. Mom and Dad are sitting in Arizona going, why did he say that?
They don't like that sort of thing.
You should meet his parents. They're great people. I swear to God. They can't believe that he skyrocketed. They can't believe it. There's the card, Jimmy. It says you're through. Read it.
Now, for a lot of people know you from, a lot of young people know you from Toy Story, which you played Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story. And in fact, tell us what this is, because this is you, obviously, and a giant Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, this is an animated show that they're having. It's a special presentation at Disneyland. And they have Mr. Potato Head with almost like a robot, and the thing does everything, dances. They use my voice, and the guy's behind with the machine working the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he can specifically tailor what
I say.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. Wow. I haven't heard that expression in a lot of years. Wow. What a night.
So we should give a little background on that.
Yeah.
Because we were there.
That was so amazing. And we took the kids. They were very little. No, they created a huge, and it's still there. Is it Disneyland?
It's a California Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a huge, bigger than life-size Mr. Potato Head. And my dad went into a studio and did a bunch of little insults and different things.
A bunch. He did like 250 of them.
Right. So you know more about him than I do. But anyway.
Well, no, it's just that.
Yeah,
I just know it was a ton.
Insults to people. So like when they would walk by, he'd say something like, "You gonna wear that tie?" or whatever he would say to people that walked by in the park. Isn't that how it went?
Yeah. So the camera would see that they're wearing like a red sweater or whatever.
Right.
So he'd say something about the red sweater.
Yeah. It's really amazing. And we took the kids when they were little, and we also went to the studios to Pixar when it was a very secret thing before it came out, and we were able to take the kids, they were little,
they were building
literally to building the thing, and they could see, like, you press a button and they'd press the button and make the Mr. Potato Head's eyebrows go up and the mouth go down. And it was a very special thing, and it was before they put it out, so it was very secret. And
and it's still there, I think, so you can go see that.
Forever it's there, which is so amazing.
Hey guys, let's dress up and play cans. Wow.
And another
what
wow.
a dummy this guy is. Wow. Hey guys, wow, isn't that great? Wow. Look at this kid. What is it? Halloween's over.
This is a great audience on this show.
Oh, they're a great audience.
Don, I do want to thank you because you asked me to host an event in front of the Television Academy, at which you're going to be talking about this documentary, which is an excellent documentary. It's called Mr. Warmth, the Don Rickles Project. And we're going to talk about that.
We will talk about it, but I must say in front, I really, really am delighted that you're going to host it with John Landis and I.
Thank you.
And my son Larry and to have this whole episode. We're going to talk about it, and it's sold out already, and I owe that to you, Jimmy, and I thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure. And did people even know I was going to be there? I think this had all to do with you.
No, there were a few people that they asked about, and so help me. HBO and my own mind and my lovely wife Barbara said we were delighted when we knew it was you. And this is on a straight. And I don't get too serious. I'm starting to go downhill. I'm starting to schmeichel you. Schmeichel in Jewish means I'm making a fuss over him, and the whole audience is doing what you're doing.
And Don, I want to thank you for another thing. And for on the DVD, all the legends of comedy. You see Chris Rock, Robert De Niro, my girlfriend Sarah is there, Clint Eastwood's. I didn't actually make the cover of the DVD, even though I am on it, nor is my name mentioned anywhere on it. Thanks to whomever.
Well, now you got the hint.
Well, folks, if you're not familiar, or if you are familiar with Don Rickles' work, you got to get this DVD. It's called Mr. Warmth, the Don Rickles Project. Don Rickles, everybody. We'll be right back with Jim Sturgis.
That was great.
Yeah, it really was. He was on a real roll.
Yeah,
and the audience was with him
on fire
the whole time.
Yeah, you would have thought that was extended family.
It's like, a rocket under him. He just goes.
Well, you've done stage work. You've done stand-up. And when you get the audience behind you, it's just
great.
So exciting.
And like you said, he was like 82, 83 here, and he was just as fast as ever. And that was another thing we always talk about. My dad's voice never changed from when he was young to when he was, late 80s. He always had the same very strong voice.
Yeah, really lucky. Yeah, it helped extend his career.
Oh,
so many
for
guys,
sure.
they get that old man voice or whatever.
Right.
And he never had it. He sounds like he did back in the day. And you sound the same too, honey, which is remarkable.
Yeah, and considering that I'm 90, what do you mean? Of course, I mean my voice was never great, but this is what it is. I think it was a lot higher, but it sort of has a very lazy kind of a roll to it. Even when I think I'm very, very peppy, and then I listen back, I'm like, so this is what I said. Yeah, it's just like a na 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 na.
Well, honey, it was another wonderful podcast.
Yes,
I love this time we spent together.
Me too, because we never spent time together.
No,
exactly.
Never do. Jimmy Kimmel Live, courtesy of 1205 AM Productions, LLC. Jimmy Kimmel Live airs weeknights at 11:35, 10:35 Central on ABC. Anyway, thank you all for listening.
Thank you. I had a great time.
Adventure of ours. We had a good time. It's been Mindy, Ed, and Don Rickles, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.